Of 180 countries evaluated in 2022 by the World Corruption Index, here are the top 12 most corrupt countries in the world. Number 12. Turkmenistan. The country's Corruption Perceptions Index, CPI score is 19. It has an estimated population of around 7.1 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $13,076. These are the two factors that contributes to the country's corruption perceptions. First is the lack of transparency. Turkmenistan's government has historically been known for its lack of transparency and accountability. Second is the authoritarian regime. This country has been under the rule of an authoritarian regime that controls most aspects of the country, including the economy and media. Number 11. Chad. With a CPI score of 19, it is a landlocked African country which is rich in oil, gold and uranium. Chad has an estimated population of around 18.6 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $755. The country has been alleged to have high levels of corruption. From the quasi-independent judicial system, to punitive police behavior, political instability, resource curse, lack of transparency, ethnic and regional tensions, and limited accountability are the several factors that contribute to Chad's poor ranking in terms of corruption. All of this has led to Chad being one of the poorest countries in the world, although an oil pipeline from Chad to neighboring Cameroon generates billions of dollars every year. Number 10. Libya. With a CPI score of 17. This country has an estimated population of around 7.3 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $6,764. Several factors that contributes to Libya's poor ranking in terms of corruption are political instability, weak governance, resource mismanagement, smuggling and informal economy, and disruption of public services. Ongoing conflict and instability have disrupted public services, exacerbating citizens' frustrations and potentially leading to corrupt practices as people seek to access essential services. Number 9. North Korea. With a CPI score of 17. North Korea has an estimated population of around 26.1 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $640. Factors that contributes to the country's rampant corruption are the lack of transparency, lack of independent institutions, black market or informal economy, and intense dictatorial regime. This has led to a lack of transparency on food security and human rights, which in turn has allowed corruption to become widespread. Number 8. Haiti. With a CPI score of 17. This country has an estimated population of around 11.5 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $1,943. These are the factors that contributes to Haiti's ranking in terms of corruption. Weak governance, political instability, natural disasters, limited resources, and security challenges. Security concerns, including crime and gang violence, can create an environment where corrupt practices flourish. Criminal organizations may exploit vulnerabilities within the system to further their illicit activities. Number 7. Equatorial Guinea. With a CPI score of 17. It has an estimated population of around 1.7 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $8,462. Equatorial Guinea's corruption problems stem from an authoritarian government that sees the president and his close network of elites live lavishly off the country's oil revenue. Mismanagement of funds and no rule of law has led to rampant corruption and arbitrary detentions, torture, and unfair trials. Number 6. Burundi. With a CPI score of 17. This country has an estimated population of around 13.2 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $292. Despite of many efforts towards transparency and good governance, corruption is still rampant in Burundi. This is because corruption is systematic in the country. Bootleg activities like bribery and cronyism trickle down from high-ranking officials to street-level public employees. The country's failure to fight corruption in political and social settings keeps Burundi to being one of the poorest countries in the world. Number 5. Yemen. With a CPI score of 16. Yemen has an estimated population of around 34.5 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $891. Yemen's 9-year-long civil war has led to a lack of government accountability and a non-existent system of control. This weakness has led to a lack of oversight, accountability, and enforcement mechanisms necessary to combat corruption effectively. Number 4. Venezuela. With a CPI score of 14. This country has an estimated population of around 30.5 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $3,052. Possessing the world's largest oil reserve of over 300 billion barrels, Venezuela's wealth in oil and other natural resources has led to political upheaval, a socio-economic crisis, and corruption. The country's food insecurity, overcrowding, and deteriorating infrastructure exasperated the situation. Some government officials and their family members have been accused of participating in illicit crimes such as drug trafficking. Number 3. Syria. With a CPI score of 13. Syria has an estimated population of around 22.9 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $533. The most prevalent forms of corruption in Syria include bribery and soliciting. Conflict and instability, weak governance, divided leadership, and black market or informal economy are the leading factors that contributes to Syria's poor ranking in terms of corruption. Weak judicial institutions and law enforcement agencies have limited capacity to hold corrupt individuals accountable. The absence of a functioning legal system undermines efforts to combat corruption. Number 2. South Sudan. With a CPI score of 13. This country has an estimated population of around 12.1 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $326. This oil-rich country has faced ongoing political instability and internal conflicts since gaining independence in 2011. The young nation has struggled to establish strong governance structures, including effective public administration, law enforcement, and judicial systems. The weakness of these institutions undermines accountability and allows corruption to persist. Number 1. Somalia. With a CPI score of 12. Somalia has an estimated population of around 12.7 million people and its nominal GDP per capita is only $544. Ongoing conflict, insecurity, and lack of a central government have kept Somalia in the world's top 3 most corrupt countries in the world for the last 2 years. Additionally, with an infamous culture of piracy, weak judicial institutions and law enforcement agencies have limited capacity to hold corrupt individuals accountable. What can you say about this top 12 most corrupt country in the world? You can leave your reaction in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.